Right, picture this. A park, sunny day, pigeons doing their pigeon thing. Out of thin air, a bloke in a silver jumpsuit materializes. This is Rex, our time traveler, and he's wandered into the wrong century. Rex blinks, taking in the scene. Kids on scooters, people glued to glowing rectangles, a dog wearing a sweater. Did I overshoot or what? He mutters, scratching his head. He pulls out a device from his jumpsuit. Think of a futuristic Swiss Army knife, and starts fiddling with it. Year 2024? But where's the flying cars? And the robot butlers? Rex shrugs. Right then, best get my bearings. First things first, caffeine fix. He spots a sign across the street. Starbucks? Sounds promising. Rex strides towards his caffeine destiny, completely unaware of the chaos that awaits him. This is gonna be fun. Rex bursts into Starbucks, his jumpsuit shimmering under the fluorescent lights. He approaches the counter, a look of determination on his face. Rex, 1 black fuel, please. No sugar, no frills, just pure energy. Barista, you mean a black coffee? Rex, black fuel, black coffee, same difference, right? He says with a wink. Just make it a double. Time travel takes a lot out of a bloke. The menu board behind the counter, a kaleidoscope of coffee-related jargon, catches Rex's eye. Rex, grande? Venti? What in the galaxy is a frappuccino? He mutters. Rex, overwhelmed by the sheer number of options, throws his hands up in the air. Rex, right, just give me the strongest thing you've got. And maybe one of those cake in a cup things. They look interesting. After the caffeine overload, Rex finds himself at the local mall, a palace of consumerism he can't even begin to comprehend. He stops dead in his tracks, staring at a mannequin in a shop window. Rex, crikey, he whispers. They've made humans so lifelike these days. He waves a hand in front of its face. Excuse me, mate, know where I can get a decent chronometer repair? Rex, oblivious to the laughter from passers-by, moves on, eventually finding himself outside a gaming arcade. The flashing lights and booming sounds draw him in. He spots someone wearing a VR headset, battling invisible foes in a virtual world. Rex, a time portal, he exclaims. That's how they do it. Brilliant! Without hesitation, Rex charges towards the unsuspecting gamer, ready to dive headfirst into the future. Let's just say security was called, and Rex learned a valuable lesson about the difference between virtual reality and actual time travel. After his VR escapade, Rex decides to grab some fuel for the human body, as he calls it. He stumbles into a fast food joint, the smell of grease and artificial cheese assaulting his senses. The menu board, a riot of colors and combo meals, is more confusing than a quantum physics textbook.
Chicken nuggets, Happy Meals, what in the blue blazes is a McRib?
Rex scratches his head, utterly bewildered.
Right, let's keep it simple. 1 burger, hold the whatever a pickle is.
He pays, receives his meal, and stares at the plastic toy that comes with it.
What am I supposed to do with this? Is it a communication device? A miniature weapon?
Rex shakes his head, chuckling to himself.
This future is a strange and wonderful place.
He takes a bite of his burger and immediately spits it out.
Good Lord, what is this abomination?
Rex's attempts to navigate the 21st century are met with amusement and bewilderment from the locals. He tries to pay with energy credits, asks for directions to the nearest moon base, and nearly causes a pileup by walking in the road. Misinterpreting Netflix and chill for a cryogenics convention, and bay for a type of sheep. His outdated lingo leads to hilarious miscommunications. What do you mean you don't have flying skateboards yet? It's 2024. Teenagers just stare at him blankly and walk away. Rex is lost in time, but finds humor in the absurdity of it all. Determined to experience it all, one confusing encounter at a time. As the sun sets, Rex finds himself back in the park where he first arrived. He pulls out his futuristic device and contacts his guide.
Mission Control, this is Rex. I've gathered enough data on the early 21st century. It's a lot to process.
He chuckles, shaking his head.
They've got these things called smartphones, and they drink something called a frappuccino. They're obsessed with social media.
Rex pauses, a thoughtful look on his face.
For all their tech, they haven't figured out decent coffee or burgers.
With a sigh, Rex prepares to return to his own time.
Beam me up, Scotty. I've had enough of the 21st century.
And with a flash of light, he vanishes, leaving behind a faint smell of burnt coffee. Bewildered onlookers wonder what just happened.